Cukówma. Cukówma. Bullshit, but bloody. I have no idea what's going on. No idea what's going on.
Turn your phone volume
Hang on,
down,
we'll turn your phone off.
We are live. It's the Flow State podcast today, live from the studio again. We're going to be taking your comments and doing all that, working out how to use our camera and stuff like that as we go.
Yep.
Broden, what are we going to be talking about today?
Well, first I'm going to
Let's
make you
all
look a
turn
little bit bigger in the TV. Look at that, because you're a little bit smaller, and you look like Beetlejuice. I look like some kind of giant. Let's make it.
Look like
How's that look?
Beetlejuice.
That's pretty good. You look like Beetlejuice, not like Tim Burton's
Jesus
Beetlejuice. You don't look like Beat. You don't look like
man.
Beat. You don't look like Beat. You do look good though.
Oh,
Look at
thanks.
that. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, on camera. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it looks great.
Should we do the jingle?
Yeah, the jingle.
Yeah.
Okay.
Welcome.
The weather outside is frightful. Is that the jingle? No, that's Jingle Bells. Sorry, ring.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah.
Bloody donkey shit.
Who knows what's happening tonight, man?
Not me, that's for sure.
Yeah, you got the live stream going there.
Yeah. I've got to get my attention on the buttons, boys.
Yeah.
Got a beer in my hand.
Well, let's just do it without the jingle this week.
What? Didn't we just do the jingle then?
No, I didn't do it.
Oh, that's all right.
It was too quick.
Oh, that's okay. That's all right.
Yeah. So, what's been happening with you this week?
Fucking nothing. End of episode, boys. See you later.
Yeah. I'm having a beer tonight.
Yep.
Tonight I'm going to be having a Hargraves Hill Pursuit of Happiness. It is a red Imperial Red IPA. Let's have a try.
Crack that open. You know, I'm just while you crack that open, I've got a little bit of work to do over here. Just podcast related stuff, of course.
Yeah.
Going to change up a couple of little sections here on me podcaster, roadcaster here. We got everything should be perfect now. What are you pouring that into there, my mate?
It's a glass that was actually left at my house, very generously forgotten.
Yep.
By our good friend Mr. Spark.
Yeah, right. Well, it looks like a can.
It's a can-shaped one.
It's a can-shaped glass.
Sparky, I gave it a wash, mate, and I've been hanging on to it ever since.
That's right.
I'm going to use it.
Going to keep using it. Cheers, we appreciate that.
So what have you been working on?
Well, I've been having this Melbourne Fog hazy pale. This looks pretty good. I haven't. I've actually had this before, but you boys got that for me for my birthday, which was fucking fantastic of you. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, it was your birthday last week. We all got together. We had a beer.
That's right.
Do you like birthdays?
Not really. Used to.
What is it you don't like about them?
I mean, I don't know. Like, I used to love them, and then I felt like I was a selfish prick for enjoying them.
Yep.
And then I just kind of stopped liking them for a while, and I didn't have a birthday for maybe fucking like a proper one for like maybe 5 years.
What do you mean that you felt like a selfish prick?
I just felt like I spent all year looking forward to it, and I really felt like that was probably, I don't even know. Maybe other people go through this, but I just thought it was a little bit more indulgent than it should have been.
Okay.
I felt like you don't deserve a fucking... Probably because I had depression, maybe. But it's like, you don't deserve a birthday, and that's not important, and you're not important. So I didn't really want to have one.
Okay.
But
okay.
And I really liked them.
Deep.
Then I really liked them 1 year, and I went to Melbourne and saw Kylie Minogue's outfits.
Yep.
And came back, had some hot dogs from Benny at the lake van, at the hot dog van at the lake.
Yep.
And then went bowling, and it pissed down rain. It was a fantastic birthday. It was my first one back.
Yeah. Sounded like it would have been a good first one back after.
First one back.
Yeah.
Went on a birthday hiatus for a little while.
Yeah, okay.
But it was
it good to be back?
Yeah, it was great to be back there.
Do you like going over to your family's house and doing the birthday cake thing?
Look, I'm more into the free stuff.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I mean?
all the stuff people give you.
Yeah, and they have to because it's your birthday.
Yeah, have you ever been, like family members you don't see, but you always get like something off them, like distant family members and stuff?
My favourite.
Yeah, it's the best. It's like,
never have to see him, and they give you free stuff. We've got to
give him something. Do you want to do the?
Do you want
to go to Kmart?
Yeah.
You want to do the Kmart run?
You want to do the fucking card? I'm not writing in it. Do you want me to put you on the card?
I've got to go out to Kmart to get Cody something. What's he into? I don't know. He likes football.
Air fryers or some shit.
Yeah. Get him glasses. Everyone.
Yeah, that's right. Get him some new plates.
Yeah. Fucking hell, man. No, it's good.
I don't mind a bit of Kmart though.
As we said, we're on the live episode again this week. Last week it was good. We got a bit of engagement. Speaking of which, is there any comments there?
Let's find out. Let's just take a look here on the old telephone machine. Jeremy Holt's loving the sound effects. He's a patron of ours. Matt Muddy Stewart, who's the sponsor of today's episode, Muddy's Audio Solutions. Thank you very much. He says, smooth snakes.
Yeah. Well,
referring, in fact, to what happens when you do a poo.
Yeah.
A smooth snake.
Yeah.
Let it snow, fellas. I don't know if it's going to be that kind of party, Jez. We don't make that kind of cash yet, but hey, when we let it snow, mate, we'll let you know.
Yeah.
We'll be doing lines on the television screen. And otherwise, don't know. No, I was going to say I'd frozen up, but no, that's just me looking at myself, looking at me.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Stuck in a loop.
Looking good.
We're still working on our movie that we've got coming out. That's always good fun. I'm just enjoying life at the minute. It's going good. We're back to doing stand-up.
Yep.
I just booked back into the jiu-jitsu gym, which is like been a weight off my shoulders because I've been feeling like, fucking hell, like life's just moving by. We're all just stuck. Everyone's in the same boat though.
Everyone's there.
It's good to be back.
You
feeling good about doing stand-up.
I've got a gig tomorrow night. Yeah.
If you're in Bendigo, Handlebar, I think it's a walk-in. It doesn't cost you anything. It's a free gig. We got a couple of guys coming up from Melbourne.
I saw on the poster.
Yeah, it's going to be worth checking out.
What are they called, the guys? What's their names?
Pete Jones.
Pete Jones.
And,
no relation?
No relation.
No.
very good comedian, a bit of a veteran in the scene.
Yep. So he works on animals in the scene.
That's right.
Yep.
And yeah, exactly.
No, that's a veterinarian.
Yeah, that's right. Who else? We got Danny McGinley, who's great comedian, good friend, and everything.
Everything. It's all.
No, I don't really know Danny, but he's a comedian.
Yeah.
I think he was the guy who wrote the banners for the Western Bulldogs. Remember that year they were all funny and they were making news? It was him writing those quips, those classic ones.
He was the gag master.
Yeah.
The gag master for what team?
The Western Bulldogs.
Western Bulldogs, which
formerly known as Footscray, depending how far you go back. I
So-
know we've got a few 85-year-old listeners at home.
Well, no,
Welcome, Gladys. It's good to have you back.
Yeah. I'm going to say we did just one of our. I won't mention names or anything like that, but one of our older listeners passed away a couple of weeks ago, which I found out about yesterday.
Oh, really?
I think they kept it reasonably down, but cheers for the listens, old fella. Yeah, appreciate that. Let's just bring it right down.
Yeah, well, good way to spend your final year.
Exactly, listening to podcasts. If anything can come out of somebody's death, it's that they liked our show.
I think Stephen Hawking used to listen to the Flow State podcast.
Well, and who would be able to argue with that?
Well, Stephen used to say, "Hey, I'm just going to listen to that podcast."
That's right.
All his family like, "Well, you're listening to that again?" He's like, "Yeah, well, not many people can teach me stuff.
You know,
but these fellas can."
That's
he didn't
right.
say it like that though.
Yeah, and what's the probability of that? You know,
it'd be all right. It would be all right being the Hawk, wouldn't it?
Oh, I mean, not right now.
No, but because he had the computer on him at all times.
How would that? What would the coffin have looked like? Would it have been like a big box, like a telephone box?
I would imagine.
Just a regular coffin.
He may not have been buried with the chair.
Okay.
I think. I'm
just
not
imagine
sure.
them lowering like a British telephone box, like a TARDIS looking thing into the ground.
Or like they've got like a half pipe and they drop him in. Just
fucking hell.
Yeah.
So like, disrespectful. Disrespectful.
No,
One of the greatest minds of our time.
I tell you, he was. He did a serious note. How huge. What his impact on science was huge. Like he did so much for the scientific.
It was huge. It was
huge.
fantastic.
It was huge. Massive impact on the scientific community. So much so that actually I think he had the high score for Pac-Man too for a few years.
Fucking hell. It's ironic that he invented space and also played that much Space Invaders.
Okay.
You know, he invented space.
Yeah, he did.
Found out about it.
He found out about it.
Yeah.
What was some of his findings? I used to go around saying that he discovered the Higgs boson, the God particle.
No, that was Higgs and boson.
Higgs and boson discovered.
Yeah, them. Yeah.
This is the problem.
I think his son's in the darkness.
The Hawk. I call him the Hawk because tight, and we're both on the same intellectual level. But so
you named your character after the Hawk.
When we've got, that's right.
That's right.
When we've got, when people are on the same IQ level, they tend to become
merge
friends.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what happened with me and the Hawk.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes,
except it was perfect because his was so high and yours was the exact that again, but in negatives. So you cancelled each other out. And you know what I mean? It's like, just complete phase cancellation. So I can see why you guys got along so well.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like... we really are going after the Hawk. I've been doing it. I've done it twice.
Yep. Tell them about what's going on. What have you been up to? It's exciting. I've been there. I've been there the whole time.
You've been there.
Looking
You've been
good.
an important piece.
Where am I? Here I am.
You've been the important piece of the puzzle
Yep.
coming together. But what we're doing is we're launching yet another podcast. Well, I am with friend of the podcast and host of the Tate Talks podcast, Tate Middleton.
That's right.
Him and I have partnered up to talk about all things comedy related. Well, what we think comedy is, and Broden was on the buttons. Just
I'm on
like
the buttons, boys, just like I am.
Checking our sound, checking our lighting,
That's
our
right.
cameras.
Making it look good, making it look different, making it look nice.
But so that'll be coming out, I think, early December, and
Cool.
hopefully as
Great.
close to weekly as me and Tate can do.
Yeah, exactly. Especially with him being across the other side of the state, almost, or not the other side, but at least closer to the bottom of it than we are.
Yeah, that's right.
But
it takes so long to get to Tate's house.
And vice versa for him to hear. But it was good.
It's even further for him because he's going up the hill.
It's going up.
He burns more. He can't just roll. like the hawk.
Yeah, fucking hell. He could
This
invent
is
some.
really nice.
What? Yeah, how good is that? That's the fucking Hargraves Hill pursuit of hoppiness.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Yeah,
Incredible
it's
stuff. Thanks
delicious.
to the guys at Hargraves Hill there.
That's right.
And thanks to your representative, your sales
Yeah,
representative,
right. Mr. Tommy.
Mr. Tom McMahon, who came in for a lovely chat.
Sexy man, Tom McMahon.
Yeah, he is. He convinced me to get this. And
Oh, is that all?
Yeah.
Oh, well, don't ask about what happened in the alleyway after he convinced me to do something because I didn't even get a free beer.
Yeah, well, when you're on the same IQ level as the hawk.
Yeah, the hawk. You get a little bit more
you get treated
respect.
a little bit better.
Yeah, a little bit more respect.
Yeah, but going back to that, like I think you were saying,
Fuck yeah.
what's happened? We
Nothing,
got
boys.
camera?
Nothing. No. Just don't hit the fucking mouse.
You can have
right?
the mouse.
Don't touch the mouse, okay? Right? You're on the fucking same intellectual level, mate.
I don't
Look
think,
at this. What's going on here? Hang on a minute.
Whose camera is that? Okay. I don't think the hawk got buried with his wheelchair. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but going back while you work those cameras, going back to that podcast I'm working on with Tate, like this one, I still, we're doing bits, we're mucking around, still comedy, but I wanted to, me and Tate are on this pathway of like trying to come up with material, and we feel like doing a podcast is a good way to write.
Especially with other comedians.
Well, yeah, there's something that Tate and I have this same sort of like self-deprecating, deprecating each other thing that sort of I've always liked. Like me and Tate talk for hours on the phone and we're like, we should be recording these chats.
You should be.
And
the government is just asking for the backups.
Yeah, that's right. yeah, exactly. Yeah, they listen to everything the government.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, I watched Bob Lazar documentary again. Documentary. But the thing is, they're looking at what he's doing. They're not looking at what we're doing. Whether what we have done is recorded or not, they've got no reason to look at you. You haven't done anything like a federal felony, federal crime or anything like that, or stolen like secret fucking elements from their secret bases and shit.
Well,
and then gone and told everyone about it.
Well, I didn't tell anyone about it.
Well, I don't know. That's why they're probably not looking at you.
Yeah, they'll never listen to this.
That's right.
The government.
I see these
Do you
memes.
reckon Dan Andrews is just there at his house, like, oh shit, it's 8 o'clock. He's on the live stream. He's just
he fucking watches.
He watches it like we all watch his.
That's where he gets his
conferences.
updates.
Yeah,
that's where he gets his updates from, so he knows what's really going on. And we've just heard from reliable sources that most people are going to be turning into genderless synthetic human beings in the near future. And we just wanted to say what we're doing, and we want a roadmap to synthesis.
Yep.
And so he starts getting his information from us.
Yeah, that's right.
The old Andy, the Dandrews. But that's the thing about the podcast is that
I've been on the fence. I've been aggressive both ways.
Yep.
With Dan Andrews, but here I am on the Flow State podcast, episode 42, broadcast. This is like Winston Churchill doing a speech. That's why I'm doing it, because it's very similar to that. Like the whole country's listening, they're waiting.
That's right.
So I will say this: Dan Andrews done a good job.
Oh shit! Say that one more time to that camera about there. Hang on, wait, that one.
Dan Andrews, you done a good job.
Oh, there you go, Dan. That's a glowing review.
And go back to, and everyone that says that you're just a dictator and a Nazi is wrong. So you don't have to tell them to shut up.
Yep. And if you want to know what one of those really is, go and watch Schindler's List, because that's got a real.
It's a little bit different of a scale.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Is you can't tell a guy who's doing his job that he's a fucking dictator. It's like you can say no. You just have to first suffer the consequences that he's in place.
Yeah.
He's put in place. But
he did a. Yeah, I agree with that.
Anyone who was in that position from the start was going to be fucked. Like, no matter who it was.
Dirty politics as well by the other clays on the other side of the fucking battle or whatever.
Mate, yeah, you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes.
It's very true. That's so true. That's like something the Hawk and I would have come up with. Well done.
Well, I was thinking about this over the last couple of weeks. We missed out on the show. On the Bendigo show, the local annual fucking show. I kind of missed it because I wanted to actually go this year. Yeah, well, okay, all right. So let's talk about what it is you get from the show. Well, to me, I don't like rides. No. I'll just tell you me quickly because there's a reason I don't like rides. Go. Don't
ever, for the love of fucking Jesus Christ, up there in a fucking manger. Ever.
Grown-ass man in a manger.
Yeah. Walking on water. Fucking bearded begurgler. What was I saying?
I don't know, something about begurglers. The show. You don't like rides.
Yeah, because you can never, for the love of Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Let's keep it
Away in a
that,
manger.
keep it that simple.
A sheep for a head.
Should you ever put your lives in the hands of a carny?
Yeah, yep.
Good reason for that.
Yep.
Most of them can't even take care of the teeth in their own fucking head.
You're way ahead of me. You're
And
exactly where I'm
you're
going.
trusting them to tighten up the
exactly
nuts
that
to proper tightness.
Yeah.
I don't even do that on my car.
Well,
wheels.
the other thing with that is I wouldn't trust something that gets completely dismantled to the last bolt every 3 days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like that's too many fucking processes to get it down and then back up. And then like obviously they haven't got a guy who runs around with a fucking tie and going, well, I'll need to assess this for safety, and I'll take 2 people around with hard hats and we'll check them.
Yeah.
And then you got some fucking guy with the biggest, like the singlet he's wearing used to be a t-shirt. He's just ripped it down to his navel and the fucking arms, and he's just kind of like having a smoke and swinging underneath the fucking beams while the ride goes.
Yep.
I don't really think that that is the kind of dude I want to be entrusting with anyone's life, like you just said, exactly that. But you ever walking down there? This isn't what I like about the show. This is too
I was just
too gagged in the head.
Yeah.
But what the thing about that is, I love how they've just it's, you know how you play stupid games, you get stupid prizes. That
Correct.
is where I believe that would probably come from. Don't go and fucking give your money to a carny. He will beat you every time. If you win, he likes you and he wants you to spend more money.
What's that? Have you ever been bamboozled or roped in by a carny? Have you ever been tricked and then like while you're doing it, you're like, this guy's fucking, he's just saying that I'm a bad throw and stuff in front of my girlfriend?
Never. Because I'll tell you why. Never played a carnival ride.
Because it's too dangerous.
Well, look, I've never paid to play a carnival ride as an adult. I've been there as a kid, and I've done the chuck your balls in the clown's mouth, and then
didn't that turn out to be a
yeah. Well, that's the thing is I put my balls in his mouth, and then he gave me a free game.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even the one where you put the balls in the clown's mouth.
Yeah.
It was just that, just some guy with a bucket you had to throw fucking things into, and the balls are always. Did you hear about the NRL scandal with the Tom, who's that like best football player in America?
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady was overinflating or underinflating balls or something.
Oh right. Like
so
taking air
there's
out of the ball.
It's called like air gate or something. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Inflate gate or something. So they were overinflating balls so they could get better grip or better throw on them or something like that. And he got fucked for like putting an extra 2 pounds of pressure in a ball. And I feel like they do the opposite of that at the carnivals. They take pressure out of the ball, so it never. Excuse me, it never touches.
the classic
that
burp.
fucking Melbourne fog. They would take air out of the ball and put the buckets on the right angle, so they just bounce straight back out.
Yeah, right.
And once silicon buckets came along, fuck, did they have a field day?
Yeah,
Just the bottoms of them just bounce the ball straight back out.
Yeah.
And what about, you ever play with one with the little slug guns?
No.
They give you literally air rifles, and you can fucking shoot things with the actual air rifles.
Yeah, and you're shooting bits of
targets and ducks and tin and shit. Yeah. So
yeah, I think I've played that. Actually,
the barrels are bent.
it's like a pallet. Oh,
Yeah.
they bend the barrel.
Barrels are fully bent. I was looking down one and I was just like, there's no chance in hell. I had to point it at the guy to get one of the ducks on the thing. I just sat there and like, instead of pointing it at the ducks, I pointed it at the guy and I was like, yeah, boom, 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 trying to shoot him to kill him to take the money.
Yeah. Okay.
Just a good old fashioned carny murder.
Yeah.
And instead I started shooting ducks down, which was sick because I got the big fucking Shrek toy.
Did you get the Shrek
The
one?
Shrek toy, yeah.
Did you really?
Yeah, but then I fell over
Shrek
and
is nothing.
I fell over and Shrek'd it.
Shrek is nothing but a big old, fat, green, Scottish, swamp dwelling, donkey befriending piece of shit.
Cloth wearing, fucking apron looking, loincloth looking fucking. Who are your parents? You ugly fuck. Who are you? Where did you come from?
He come from space.
Do you reckon he was just born on there and he always looked like that? Because you never see. You see, he's got kids, but how did he even know that they could have kids?
Right.
Because where's his parents? Or was he a person to start with? Or was he born an ogre? These are the things,
He come out of an egg.
Ogres come out of eggs.
Yeah.
Well, so did Fiona pump out a bunch of big old fucking ostrich eggs?
She laid
She
them
laid
in
them.
her nest.
In a ogre nest.
Yeah.
Fucking hell. How come everyone's American except for Shrek?
I don't know, man.
I mean,
It's medieval times too.
Oh,
They
yeah, of
should all
course.
be British.
yeah, exactly. Or fucking not even British. If it's medieval times, they could probably be, European.
You know how I was saying
Other
I'm
European.
I'm on the same level as Stephen Hawkins.
Stephen Hawkinson.
I'll be honest, I'm not.
Yeah.
All right, if that comes as any shock to anyone out there, I'm not sure. But I literally, it was like the other day. It was like 2 years ago. It hit me. I was just at work and I went, oh, Lord Farquaad.
Fuckwad. Yeah.
It took me until I was the age of 25 to fucking get that.
When did Shrek come out? 2000?
2000 or 2001?
2001.
Let us know in the comments there.
Check out when Shrek came out and tell us how long it took Cody to figure out fuckwad from Farquad. The other thing with the show I was going to say, what I was actually looking for at the show is, so I'm like, I want to go this year. I was even going to maybe enter something because the agricultural show, the whatever annual agricultural show is it's actually an agricultural show that shows off fucking livestock and your best dog, and you have dog jumping competitions, and you have horse competitions, you have fucking the best chickens in there.
Biggest vegetable.
Biggest vegetable. You have the old birds bake a bunch of cakes, and they've gone, hey, let's get the kids to bake some cakes this year. Everyone draws pictures, does all this stuff. And I thought maybe I would enter me and my grandma every now and again. Well, I've only done it with her one time into community art shows, just with some of our paintings that we've got that we want to fuck off.
Yeah.
So me and grandma comes up to me. She goes, "Which paintings do you want to fuck off?" She doesn't say that. But no, we go to chuck some stuff in because anything that you have in there for show has to be available for sale and say the Easter parade and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it'd be cool to enter some just wacky shit in there, just some funny art stuff. Like just see if I can do a good joke that somebody would find. Do a
stall, like a market stall.
No, you just put them in, you enter it.
It's like a prize.
So if you were to go, all right, there's a cake division, and you can go, okay, cakes from 18 to 22, cakes from 22 to 35 or whatever, and senior cake and all that kind of stuff, and school kids cakes, and you could enter and then possibly get a ribbon.
Okay.
How cool is that?
A ribbon?
A fucking ribbon. Real one, too.
Yeah. Oh, one of those ones with the round frilly and then the thing.
And it says 2020 Bendigo Agricultural Show, first place. Fucking hell! Wow. You can't just print those. Those are real. You got to earn it. You got to make one of the best Lego sculptures.
That's someone's their life is doing that.
Just the best they can,
Yeah. Well, they enjoy baking a cake and winning it, and then a cake contest is really that's probably the least likely sporting event. That'll ever get violent.
That'll get violent. Yeah, gonna say because
it's not like fucking you stole my recipe, you bitch, and then it's on it.
Because I thought you were gonna say it was an unlikely sporting event, and I'm like, but then when you think about the reality shows, Cake Boss and fucking Master Cake and whatever the fuck it's called, those are sporting events, realistically. Aren't they?
Yeah, well, they are.
They are, aren't they?
Well, you're fucking sweating and you're working hard. You're going real fast in the kitchen. It's the same. You're getting a workout and you're getting yelled at.
Do they put bets on that? Because I see it's bet fucking 842 or whatever, and they come up and they go, we're doing odds on. Yeah. And it's like 2 ants. Which ant do you think's going to be bigger in 3 to 4 weeks? Yep. Chuck your odds in. We've got, and then they do all these multis that say ant loses a leg in a fight by week 2. Double your bet, $50.
Yeah, so they're just collecting money.
Do you reckon they can take bets on the agricultural show?
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can get in there and be like, Mavis has got a good one in this year.
Look
at
the blue
cake.
corner, Mavis.
That's right. She's got a really nice texture on that marzipan.
The marzipan cheesecake.
Is marzipan cheese, or is it that weird fucking thick-ass coating that goes over wedding cakes?
Oh.
Because it got something in. No, that's fucking not fondant. Is it fondant? I don't know anything. I should ask my sister. She's a cake machine.
If only the hawk was, she's a cake machine.
My sister's a cake machine. My sister's actually just a square box with a fucking thing open at the front and it mixes cakes. She's just a cake machine.
Yeah, okay.
I've got serious mental illnesses.
Yeah.
I think a cake machine is my sister. My mum's a rice cooker. What kitchen appliance is your family?
Just imagine that. Just if you had to sit next to a guy like that on the bus, it's like, hello, what appliance is your family? My mum's a kettle, and here she is in a bag.
My brother's a poster.
Kiss her. Kiss my mum. And he's got this same guy.
Your mum's hot. Your mum's hot. I can't. Wait.
Oh man.
The kettle's hot. Let's check out a couple of comments in the old comments.
Go for it, man.
Who we got in there? So Jez is still saying.
Hey, I would just like to say, I think we got a new patron today. So
we did.
Thank you very much for joining us in the crew. You're going to get a bit of a Christmas gift. You're going to get a fucking
appreciate it, Aaron.
Get access to all the clips of the TV show pilot we're making.
That's right.
So as they come to light, you'll be the only one seeing them.
That's right. So thank you very much to.
If you'd like to jump on and be a patron,
jump on. You tell him, bloody bastard.
Yeah, for $1 minimum US, United States.
$1.75 Australian.
Yeah, $1.75 Australian a month. Yeah. You get to join the club and you get to have a good time with us, and all the stuff that we talk about.
Oh yeah.
is in that club.
It's true, and we like it and we enjoy it. And there's lots of cool stuff that's going to be happening over here. We've it's actually been an anniversary recently of when we first started to put up our page.
Okay.
So that we could put out the Eat series. Came up as a memory. Said, hey, guys, we're putting together a TV show, funny shit, blah, blah, blah. And I think the first time that gets released is on next Tuesday or something like that.
Okay.
Next Wednesday, Tuesday, I don't know. But that's 12 months since we did. What's that?
I don't know. Our computer's making noise.
No. That's a car alarm, boys. What's going on? Check.
Go to the...
We better check this out, everybody. Go to the stream. Let's see what's going on. Anybody in there? Yeah, we've... stream's dead.
No, it's a video.
Oh, fuck me dead. Jeez. I thought it's finally happened, and it's happened live. It's finally happened. We've got to the point where the world's gone down, and a fucking air raid has gone through to tell everybody that it's time for us to all go to damn heck.
Yeah, that was kind of... I was like, what is happening? Is that like a weird...
Yeah, it scared the shit out of me, honestly. It was a very ominous, very ominous...
haunting
kind of sound. Fuck.
You know what I thought? I was like, fuck. The hawk.
The hawk is...
He's coming. He's from beyond the grave.
That was he was trying to fly through the internet.
Oh, shit.
Fuck. But yeah, so be a patron, everyone, and come and check out some of the cool stuff we're doing. We haven't done live end of episode live ones for a while because we've kind of been moving into doing these live. But also all the extra stuff that you've been getting out of those ones, we'll be trying to pour into making up some clips and skits and TV shows so that you guys can enjoy them and also get early access to and first priority to be in them if you would like, if we need you for an extra or anything like that. Let's answer some questions from the piece of shits, boys. So Jeremy Holt wants to know what time you're on at Handlebar tomorrow night.
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock tomorrow night. Is that when it starts or is that when you're on?
Wouldn't know when I'm on until I get there.
Fair enough.
You don't usually get the run-in sheet.
You don't get a run-in sheet?
Not until you get there.
Yeah, right.
And sometimes it's just luck of the draw.
Yep. Fair enough.
But any time from 8.
So Handlebar tomorrow night, 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Dad's just dropped in between ads. My old man, Andrew, he's just dropped in between ads because we all know how much old people love ads.
Yeah. Yeah. Some people would just mute the TV and just sit there and still watch them.
Yeah. I think what he meant to say was between the show because he's not just going from the ads are finished, I'm going to go watch the boys, and then puts the ads back on. I think he might be watching the show, and then while the ads are on, he's coming to watch us.
Okay, yeah.
Put you on between ads.
Yeah.
So Jez Holt says the yin and yang of IQs, talking about you and Hawk.
That's
he
right.
says acquiescing. Aussie Harwood has exclaimed, Tukuvma says Dan Andrews knows who does it. What if I want to die on the ride? I can't remember what that's into. Aaron McGowan.
No, that's the carny thing.
The carny. We know. You know what? There's plenty of ways to do that. You don't have to pay $17 to do it either.
Yeah, the prices of those rides really skyrocket.
It's fucking out of control.
There's so many people who's lining up to pay $15 to
get on a death trap. Aaron McGowan, the duck pond one where you grab the ducks is super risky. You could get water on you. We all know that water's recycled and goes from town to town.
Yeah.
Shrek is love. Don't pick on Shrek. I'll crack you from Aussie Harwood. Aussie, you couldn't crack fine China if you dropped it, mate.
Oh, scathing.
No, I'll see him at work tomorrow, most likely. Bastard. But, yeah, look, fuck, man, that's crazy. Now, you were talking about sports, right? How, can the show be a sport? I don't know if the show can be a sport, but I found a new sport yesterday that I was just repulsed and disgusted and confused at.
What is it?
It's called Tech Ball. TEQ ball.
All right.
So what this game is it's essentially table tennis, volleyball.
Volleyball. Yeah, right.
With your feet.
Yeah.
So it's soccer, volleyball, table tennis. On a curved table.
The table's all curved.
Yeah, table's like a fucking like
alien spaceship.
Yeah, like alien spaceship head. Would be fun. It'd be funnier if they fucking played it off a spaceship.
Yeah.
It's called Tech Ball, and I watched it and I've gone, what the fuck? Like these people are doing kicks like with their knees go above their ears to just to kick the ball, not even to kick the ball, just to pass it down to the table so it falls off quick.
Yep.
And it's just literally table tennis rules, and I just don't understand it. And they're on their third World Championships. Not the third World Championships, but the third World Championships.
Yeah, that is a weird one.
It's been at least an official sport with a big arena for the last 2 years.
It'll get popular, man.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Remember slam ball though? Everyone thought slam ball was going to be huge, and the only thing that came out of those slam ball was normal basketball on 4 or 5 trampolines.
Oh, okay.
So they'd have the basketball court would be decked out with 1 at the ring, 2 either side, 1 in the middle, 2 either side, 1 at the ring.
Yeah, so you could dunk it.
Yeah,
even better.
It was just so that was out of control. But I don't know if that took off. But there was a bunch of weird new sports at the time, and the only thing that really picked up was UFC. It's the only one that really picked up out of all the obscure, non-conventional Olympic-style sports.
So MMA, fighting,
MMA,
cage fighting.
That's it. UFC was the only league that I'd noticed that got anywhere.
Yeah, they started off pretty strange, man. They were like putting when the UFC first started. I think the first fight ever was between a kickboxer or a taekwondo guy against a sumo wrestler. Which was
sumo.
Yeah.
Why would they choose a sumo? Like, because people think
sumo. Because everyone was out to prove whose martial art wins.
Yeah, right.
And this is where I think Royce Gracie rose to prominence because he no, it wasn't Royce, but anyway, it was a Gracie, and he started doing jiu-jitsu and taking everyone to the ground, like doing arm bars and shit, and everyone's like, what in the fuck is this?
So I suppose Brazil won at the end of that in that fight because Brazilian jiu-jitsu, right?
Yeah.
So I suppose out of all the countries
at that stage,
all the countries whose fighting styles are the best, I suppose jiu-jitsu won.
Yeah, but now there's sambo and there's combat sambo. That's
I've heard of sambo.
Yeah, it's Khabib. So he's a white belt in jiu-jitsu, although he's got the techniques, like he still chokes and cranks necks and stuff.
But that just could mean that he never went to things, right?
Yeah. He's a sambo guy.
Yeah.
And they know all the combat sambo, they know everything.
Yeah.
It's a brutal sport. I think that would probably be the worst place I could be.
Yeah, to go up to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to be in a situation where you're going to get fucked up by someone who's good at some combat sambo.
Yeah. That's a mouthful, combat sambo.
Combat sambo.
God, it sounds like a band name.
They've got like the wrestler. Yeah. Let's make one.
Combat sambo, new band.
We wear gis with shorts and wrestling boots.
White belts so everyone knows.
Yeah.
What every album we should go up a belt.
Yeah. I think techno.
Like techno.
Modern techno.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
That's cool because we can just get
Yeah.
just over and over again. It'll be crazy.
Yeah. And then at the end we just shit on our pants and go, sorry, and walk off.
Combat sambo. I need to get a battery pack for that camera, boys.
Yeah, well, you can go for it, yeah.
Yeah, hang on, this one right here so I can see that. That's for you.
Yeah. Yeah, we do our own camera work while we...
That's it. And we'll just go... Go long shot. Go long shot. There we go. Oh.
That one needs about... Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But no, man, like I'm having a good time. It was good to come out here on the weekend, do some producing for you boys. I reckon the new episodes are going to be fucking hilarious with Tater. And it'll be good. So get ready for those. Get ready for good. We're going to pump them out. And I think Cody's on another one. Cody's the podcast king in Bendigo right now. He's got 3 on the go. There's the other one called Up the River with Popper. Is that correct?
That's right.
Up the River. Down by the river. Remember that guy? The fucking, what was that guy's name? Chris Farley. Yeah. Only the legend, Chris Farley.
Down by the river.
In a van, down by the river. But they're all different. That's the thing is with...
Chris Farley was funny as fuck.
I was going to say about the podcast, every podcast is the same, but every podcast is different.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like there's a million people doing what we're doing, but because it's them, it's different.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is that's why, your episodes with Tate are half the length, which is more digestible, and with 2 comedians coming up with good bits.
Yeah.
Without giving too much away what the bits are, but I think that's a nice, tight way for you guys to do that show because, like you said, you guys can talk for motherfucking hours, but you've got 30-minute bits in there.
Well, we're almost writing the episodes together.
Yeah.
Too. We got the opportunity to actually rehearse them.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Tell them what happened.
So we recorded the first 3 episodes, the first 2 episodes, and then we did it in the guest user on the computer here.
Yep.
And didn't really realise that once you save something to the guest computer and shut down the computer, they don't save there.
Yep. No, they disappear.
Yeah, and it went away. So then we got to do it again.
Yep.
And then we did 4 episodes in one day.
Having seen those episodes, all of them, from the 2 that we did from the start to the 4 that we ended up with, I feel like I'm glad you had the practice for the first run.
It's like doing, because of the style of the show, it's like going up and doing a new joke one night, and then the very next night, you go home, you realise, you go to bed, you listen to it, you go, fuck, that was shit. I can make it better tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you double down and make it, you polish it, you cut out all the shit fat. Shit. And you fucking
turn it down into essentially 2 15-minute bits each.
But that's what it became.
As a conversation.
But also we had points where we could jump in on each other because we knew the story already.
Exactly.
So, it's like, I remember like listening to the Ricky Gervais show and stuff, and they would be like, we don't talk to Carl Pilkington in the week, and then we don't let him talk to us before the show just so he can spill his guts.
Yeah.
But I think there's also it all depends on what you're doing. But like there's some positives to knowing exactly what each other's going to say.
Exactly, and that's
for
especially
comedy,
especially in that regard, because it's you're fucking trying to use it for your career. Like you got to write bits out of it that you need to refine to make good bits.
And from those episodes we did the other day, the great thing about it was like I'm getting bits now, and I never really looked at podcasting as a way of sort of mining for stories,
mining bits, mining Bitcoin.
Because you don't look into like. But I was like, what stories do I have? And then I started, actually in the last week, I've been like, I do have stories.
You do.
But I just don't ever think that, I'm a storyteller. I could tell these stories.
And once you've told them on a podcast, you feel like, in the way that we speak anyway, you know what I mean?
Cracking an egg open, and then you're like, oh, fuck, there's food inside.
But I mean, different to the way we do it here, I suppose, is because we aren't under the pretense of looking for the bit in the first place. Yeah. You know what I mean? And it's like, we're not looking for the bit in the bit, but I'm sure, like, if we went back and watched for 40 fucking episodes of this, we'd find bits, I'm sure. But because we're not doing
that's another positive. Like, I could go back and go, I wonder if I spoke about anything that's a premise or something like that.
That's a good one.
Yeah, Hawker's West Coast. Yeah, great one.
That's a fucking...
Yeah.
So what's going on the Poppers? Your show with Popper called Up the River. It sounds like a camping lifestyle show.
Yeah, no, but you'd definitely be wrong there.
Yep.
It's a lifestyle show. No, it's good. Popper started this one up with another fella in Bendigo called Cladden Fotherington.
Yep.
Good guy. Yep. Has some other stuff going on. Didn't want to do the podcast anymore.
Didn't want to do time.
And so then Popper's like, I want to keep doing it. Do you want to come on? And I was like, that's great. Yeah. I like doing podcasts for what we just spoke about.
Exactly. Like doing comedy.
So then we decided, what the podcast is Popper gets a different guest on every week. We've had his dad on twice, which is hilarious. Like Popper's dad is a very funny man. He's a retired pig farmer. He's just got great stories.
Is he retired? I thought he was still doing it.
Retired just recently.
But he wasn't just a pig farmer.
What was he?
He was a pig wanker, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Didn't he used to literally have machines that jacked off pigs?
I wouldn't be able to confirm nor deny, but
I've heard that.
I don't think he owned them.
No, but I don't know if he has them at home, like in his fucking bedroom drawer.
That would be pretty good.
That would be strange. Good bit.
Yeah,
but that would be weird as fuck. But no, he worked in the jizz extraction, the pig jizz extraction farm.
I think he covered it all
in artificial insemination.
Yeah.
But
that's one of Popper's bits, I think.
Yeah. Okay, because I thought that was a legit thing. Because he was like, joke. I did it. And I'm like, cool.
Yeah, he's done it all, man.
Yeah, that's
interesting guy. He's got great stories. Like, he loves going camp. He's a classic Aussie sort of fella, you know, just that dry humour sort of stuff. So we've spoken to him a couple of times, and then we get, heaps of different people, and there's a set list of questions that we ask the same person each week. Yeah, the same questions people each week, and it's good. It's just another little. They're all different styles. So with you, we just talk about whatever comes to mind. Like, we're getting the flow state. That's always been
that's it.
It's like, where does this go?
That's it. Create some shit. Make something.
Which is good, because then you expand and you're tapping into shit that you don't even know is there until you go and find it.
What's the flow state?
And then with Tate, the comedy stuff, like heavily comedy focus and delivery. That's like we sit on the couch and hold the mic.
Which is why it's good that you keep it punchy to 30, because it's...
Yeah, it was something that you sort of agreed on when we were there. So it was like, that was a good one. I wasn't sure, but I think...
It works out, you work out to have about, like I say, about 15, or about 10 each and 5 minutes of fuck around in each guy's story.
Yeah.
Which works out... We'll stop sharing that on the... I keep actually going to that.
Oh, yeah, that's the start. Yeah.
The start menu. But, it's good. And so Up the River, so why it's
called... Up the River is more of like... trying to speak to someone else, like we're getting questions, we're interviewing someone essentially. And
why up the river? Is it boating, camping, and fishing related?
I think
just like river stories.
I think the guys come up with that one saying, it's like what the story you tell stories like you would tell when you're up the river around the campfire, having a beer or whatever, which is a good one. Yeah, I think I like it. It's good.
And Papa's got one of these lovely products here, the Roadcaster as well. Which is awesome to use.
You know it's going to sound great.
Oh, that's right. It's just going to sound fantastic. Let me just put this battery on charge.
Yeah, you chuck that on charge. I'm going to polish off the rest of this beer.
Yeah. So I cracked this Hawker's West Coast IPA before. We can get a shot of that there. Where's the focus point for that? Who knows? What a delicious boya. Bloody good. Bloody great. Makes me want to salivate. Now, you can't see in the background there, but we've got the...
We're on a bit of...
What's all fucking happening there? We've got the logo happening in the background on a TV, We thought, shit, yeah. I even went and bought some more stuff, so I bought another camera so that we could have a third angle. Turns out the computer doesn't want to handle the third camera. So, we've just gone back to the webcam for now until, I don't know, we can get enough sponsorship to buy a fucking brand new computer for several $1,000s.
Yeah.
But, that's in your hands now.
We're having trouble with the cameras tonight, aren't we?
One of these is the new camera. You will have noticed Cody looks really good in focus and no white box there. It's because I bought a fucking new camera and it doesn't have any of that shit. It's actually the same model as the one that you're watching me on right now, Cody's camera. And then that's my camera on Cody. But yeah, it'd be great if I could get that other one to work and we'd have fucking just a TV station.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's good. We can do mostly whatever we want to do now, which is good because of all the gear. And I mean, I reckon everyone should just like if they have the ambition to do a podcast or make short films and stuff, and it's not being like you're not doing it. It's like it's really, really fucking sad. I reckon,
especially when what you do. I mean, it might be fun to you, but it might be more to someone else.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? And even like not to get too fucking deep or dark or light on it, but like if you are just a guy that people know, right? And then you put something out, they're like, how the fuck did you do that? And they didn't know that you would be interested in that. And they might go, hey, I'm interested in doing that too. Maybe you can give me a hand with that. Yeah. And it can mean more to people than just doing the thing itself. Like you've got the opportunity to help people with it. You've got the opportunity to share your information if you've got, the ability and time to, and patience to, because sometimes there's a situation like that. But it's really good to make something. One of my mates, who sadly is no longer with us, once said to me, he said, you should just make something. It doesn't matter if it's no good.
Yeah.
If it's no good, don't show anybody, but just make sure you make something every single day.
Yeah.
And I think that's really good. Like I try to live by that as much as I can, because any moment you spend not making something or not using an idea, it's an opportunity, for someone else to, like, ideas aren't original. None of them are. Two people can come up with the exact same idea in the same time, in the same space, in the same fucking country, and then one of them can do it first. Like, I'm sure there's guys who invented rubber band latex watches straps, and someone else come up with them before them. It's somewhere else, but they didn't act on it. You got to just go and act.
I feel like it's like we live in an opportunity where it's like it's so good. Like, if you can make something and then die and have that really good, awesome thing you made, whatever it was, like a really nice table, or if you're good at cabinet making or furniture making and stuff like that, or if it's a comedy special, like look at what Carlin and Pryor left behind for people.
That's always going to be there.
They are, and they're still as popular. Well, maybe not as popular, but they've still got a following. Equal, like everyone's still that you don't. When someone dies, you don't stop being a fan of their work.
No, and it doesn't go away though. It doesn't, and it'll never go away. It's always going to be there.
It's great, like that. The legacy of leaving shit behind, like whether you're a boxer like Floyd Mayweather or Khabib, something like that. You've left this mark, so you should at least have a crack at doing that, whatever it might be. Leaving something.
Luckily for me with Prince is that I know that at least for the rest of my life I'll have a Prince album every single year that'll get released still, because the amount of work that he put out, and because his estate's getting mismanaged. So and I'm like, that's the best part to come out of someone fucking with someone's legacy, is it's like, well, at least I'll have a new album to listen to every year, whether or not the stuff that he was like didn't want anyone to hear because it wasn't finished. They'll always have thousands and thousands of hours of work of his to put out.
Yeah,
so that's great, and that's the thing.
Like, can you imagine? Right. Listening, if everyone had like a podcast, if just like everyone had a channel that they had to update every day, talking about their life like a diary.
Yep.
You know, and that's what you had to do. That was just say it was normal.
It was a requirement.
I would listen. There is like 50 people off the top of my head. I would listen to that.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, I like you.
Yeah.
What do you do? Like, I love the question of like just sitting down and asking someone like, what is your day? Because it's just so different. I love it. I've asked you.
Yeah.
I asked Tate, what's a day in the life? I asked, Billy, all these people who I think are funny.
Yeah.
It's great. You get great responses because it's different to you.
Yeah, everyone's got and this is the thing, everyone does have a different life, but they all wake up. You know what I mean? And so, like, but why is it so different? We all do it. We still all do it, but it's different every single time. Yeah. My first attempt at a podcast was called Answers to Questions Nobody's Asking.
Yeah, and was that yours?
It was mine. Yeah, it was. And I did 6 episodes, and I never edited it. I edited 1 episode, and the episode was with my mate Jordan from Vessel, and it was just after he had finished doing his first or second album, and it goes for about an hour and a half, and I played some music in the background. I should have taken out, but I edited every line of the video because I took out some ums. Jordan says a lot, and I didn't realise until, in that situation, when neither of us had ever been in front of camera to talk that way before, and so in that one, Jordan said a lot. I'm sure he's a lot. I know he's a lot, in fact, because I've heard him do other episodes of podcasts and stuff like that. But at the time, the thing that was going on was that. And so I went through and literally just cut 95 to 98% of the ums out. Yep. And it turned out to be quite a really nice, interesting episode to listen to. Obviously, it was from an Andy Dowling... again, there's the from an Andy Dowling perspective, watching Andy's show and going, fuck, anyone can do this. Not anyone, but you know what I mean? I can do this because I know that I can talk shit like Andy can. And so I just went, fuck it, I know people that are in the game that I'll listen to, and I listened to them, and I did their stuff, but I didn't end up doing anything with it.
Anyone can literally do it. Not anyone can do what Andy's done, which is put in that amount of work and talent. Like he's really good at interviewer. Yeah.
He's a very organised gentleman too. He's very organised. Yeah. He's just everything. He declutters every now and again. He sells all of his stuff, like almost all of it, into a Buddhist level. Yep. And then goes, I don't need any of that stuff. And then he will get a few more things and be like, I don't need any of that. He just likes to live very clutter-free, which, sorry, I'm not concentrating on changing the angles very, very much, boys. Let's just get a couple of angles changed there.
Yeah, make up for it.
Yeah, and we'll go to a wide one there real quick, and just to make up for the all the times I didn't push the button. But but that's the thing, is the focus and the even though we're still flying by the seat of our pants by doing live ones, sort of, I feel a little bit that way, but I still like the fact that we've be able to maintain that we've been able to put something out every single week. Yeah. Every single week. There's always something there. There's always something that's consistent. And that was the thing, is that Andy was able to do these things because he's that organised. Tate was able to put 10 out before he even had one up. You know what I mean? Yeah. He recorded 10 and then put one up. And that's the thing, is that he's so far ahead, and he'll always be that far ahead because he's well organised and stuff. But it'd be good to get back to that point. But at the same time, we've still never been, luckily, I don't think you have, been sick in the last 12 months.
No.
And we've managed to fucking have one up every single week.
That's right.
We've done it. Success. You know what I mean? But as I mentioned before, it's the year anniversary of Broden and Cody's Eats. Almost exactly to the date, but it was definitely filmed, because I remember we did the 5th episode, which was Vegemite sandwiches, on my birthday last year.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So that's done. That was done then, and we had all these episodes ready to rock. But 5 ahead, and we did 6-part classic British TV series.
Yep.
Perfect. And I think, I don't know what, we haven't talked much about Bonk City at this stage, but, who knows how many parts that'll be. But,
whether it gets released as parts or as a whole.
Or as a whole, yeah, exactly.
We've given the teaser.
Yeah, we can maybe shop it around to some fucking streaming services. Yeah, see if Netflix wants to buy our scripts. They're doing that, aren't they?
Apparently. Yeah, I heard that on the Tate Talks podcast.
Yeah, that'll be good if we can get a couple
$7,000 a script.
I'll take it.
$7,000 to $10,000 a script.
I wonder what dictates that, like how good the script is.
It's only going to be 10 pages.
Yeah.
And or there's a deal where they buy the 11th page.
Yeah, what's that mean?
I think they get rights to just absolutely everything.
Yeah, right. So they
take
just
the whole idea and make their own fucking script.
So if they offer you the 11th page, I dare say that they intend to make a lot of money out of your thingo, because if they
it's a starting
if they see the potential in the 11th page, then they're probably going to make it into something, and they don't want you to cut. They just want to buy the story off you for $7,000. They give it to their writers, they write it out, and sounds good. I mean, let's get into it. I'd take $7,000 for that.
Yeah, no, That, but if it's really good work writing, there's no way that I'd sell it and not have it be mine. I don't think.
Yeah.
Like money does talk, but I'd like to think that I'd someday be in a position if I wrote like this awesome thing just to go, well, because realistically you should put years into writing.
Of course.
So just go, that's really good, and then them say, well, here's $7,000 for it.
Yep.
When you truly, if you're making something you really think it's good enough to go to Netflix, then you should have belief in it to
that it'll do well. Yeah.
Do well. And
so
you can
$7,000 is
yourself.
just for the base one though. So if they offer you 10, you know you're in, right? So they go, well, maybe we'll give you 10 for it. Then what do? They go, we want all the rights. What are you going to do?
Be like, oh no,
I'd rather the 7.
I'd try and drive a hard bargain.
Yeah.
I'd be like, well, listen here.
Yeah. Listen up.
This is my first rodeo.
Yeah. In fact, it is.
yeah. I'd be bluffing like a motherfucker. I'd be
yeah.
like, well, Stan are pretty interested. So
You do a Letterman.
Yeah.
That's what Letterman would say about the Conan, the Jay Leno thing.
Yeah.
Conan Jay Leno, he'd be like, you don't just go back, you know what I mean? You go, if they say they're going to fire you, come after my job. You come after fucking NBC. Oh, sorry, NBC is on. You go after all these other channels.
Yep.
And then you go, well, fuck you motherfuckers. I'm going to these stations and they're going to pay out the non-competition clause and you're going to lose. Instead of giving Conan your show, then taken aback when your other show gets cancelled like a little bitch. And he would always say that about those guys. You go and compete. You go and go, ABC want to give, because they're NBC in America, or TBS or whatever, well, they want to give me, $50 million to do this. So do you want to match it and keep me, or it'd be a good thing. But I reckon I agree with you and disagree with you in that regard about giving up the work, right? And I'll tell you why. Because like you did say, you do need years and years of work to become a good screenwriter.
Yeah. If your goal is to earn $7,000 for the thing, it's like, well.
Now, this is why I would say yes, because you and I don't have years of writing screenplays, scripts.
I've got a couple of smears of shit on my basement wall.
Yeah, well, I'm sure, but I don't. So if they said to me, I'll give you $7,000 for this piece of shit, I'd be like, okay. And if they said, we want to give you $10,000 and the 11th page, so we'll make it even 15, I'd be like, sure. Yep. Because for 2 reasons, I would also, like you just mentioned, I feel like I've been like that for everything I do, no matter how good it is, for my whole life, and I will hold on to really good ideas instead of doing them, and then next thing you know, I've got 6 songs sitting there for 2 years.
But then other people beat you to it, and they do an idea, and you're like, I was thinking.
I know, and you sit on it for too long, and that's why I would say I would like to say no, I wouldn't do it, because I think this idea's got merit, but at the same time, no one else is showing up with fucking $15,000. Yeah, you know what I mean. So I'd be happy to take their $15,000.
Make a shit version of your script and
exactly.
You can have that.
And then, but the thing is,
as good as the real one.
Well, that's the thing. Then show them the real one, or make sure don't bluff them. Give them the real thing, and then go. Well, hey, I could write. Fucking Rick and Morty is literally a rip off of fucking Back to the Future, with dick jokes. It's this, you know what I mean? You can make up a good concept for a show. It's just a matter of how those writers are going to flesh that out to turn it into a real story. Yeah. So I'd be like, yeah, man, fucking go. And then my foot's in the door, and I'm like, hey, I got 60 more ideas, better than this.
Yeah. Now you go in with like a locked briefcase, and you're like, well, if you like that one, you probably like some of my other ones as well.
And then turn around to leave.
And they go, anyway, you probably wouldn't be interested in that. And
I've got a meeting at Stan.
I've got to catch the bus to Stan.
Yeah.
And you're walking out, and they're just like, hang on, come back. Show us your other ideas.
You open up that.
And then you go, have you got your checkbook?
Yeah. And then you go, this one's called The Empty Briefcase. Yeah. There's nothing in the briefcase. Yeah, it's about a guy who goes into a movie pitch. Yeah. With nothing but just a briefcase.
Like and then there's like one art student.
Genius idea.
There's one just graduated art student going, that's brilliant.
Yes.
And all the other old Jewish guys is like, fucking shit, I'm not spending my money on that. Yeah, that's how it would work.
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, man.
My goodness.
Hey, I think we had a pretty good ride today.
I think we did. How are we doing?
Let's do some
let's read some comments and then we'll fuck off. I think we've done pretty good today. Fuck, it's late. What do we got? Marble Olympics is the only real sport. You can get it on Netflix, but you need a content aggregator. It costs $1,000 to submit, but you get $900 back if they accept
it. Who's that?
Hang on, this is 2 separate comments from the same guy. Aaron McGowan, he said Marble Olympics is the only real sport. That's separate. That's related to that kickbox, the fucking kickbox volleyball table tennis shit. What's it called? Right. It's like a soccer tennis. And then this one says you can get it on Netflix. but you need a content aggregator. So it's for the script selling thing.
Yeah.
It costs $1,000 to submit it. Oh dear. But you get 900 back if they accept it. So if they don't accept it, they rip you off. So this is just a scam for Netflix to make more money. They already make more money than anybody, right? And this is the thing. This is another reason what I was going to say why I'd be happy to send them my script, because it's Netflix making it. They're not going to do a good job. Yeah. Have you seen the Death Note movie? Fucking hell. The only thing Netflix have produced original content that I thought was any good was that Scorsese film, the 4-hour one.
The Irishman.
Yeah, and I think it's because Scorsese made it, not because Netflix gave him the money. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, he's really set the tone for that.
Yeah.
Fucking, yeah.
He did.
Netflix produced movie.
He did a great job. It turned out fucking fantastic.
Man, he was given Scorsese's style money as well.
Yeah.
He's earned it. That guy makes a fucking great movie.
That was his. Yeah, you can say that again.
Was that it for comments?
That's it, man. That's it.
Okay,
that's it. Get on there. And thanks to the new patrons. Thanks to Aaron Dale. Farm Butchery, not the actual butchery, just the Aaron. Aaron comes on our comments every now and again and says hello. For becoming a new patron. And,
thanks, Aaron. Thanks
to
everyone. Thanks to all the patrons.
Thanks to everybody for getting on there.
If you want to become one, it's pretty easy. You just go to actually, I don't think it is that easy because we don't get shown up anymore.
Yeah, because we're a mature content thingo. So it's like having OnlyFans, except they don't really. It's like, imagine if you were that edgy that you got banned from OnlyFans. It's like that, but Patreon is just like they say the F word sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't think we've even said that many times today.
Well, we don't anymore.
Yeah, we don't. We're clean Christian boys.
Yeah, we've changed.
We've converted.
After that interview with the priest.
Exactly, yeah. And I'll never, ever do anything naughty or negative again.
Me either.
Fuck, I love crackers, though. Jeez, crackers and wine are fucking sick.
Yeah.
I love them, man. I just want to get a couple of crackers in me, man. You got a couple of crackers, bro.
Have you ever had the communion biscuit?
Did you say cum onion? Why does it smell like that?
I don't know.
I haven't had the community biscuit because, I just get Jats from the supermarket.
I don't even think they're as good as Jats. I think they're a rice biscuit.
Oh, fuck, well, seaweed rice biscuits. You know, the seaweed crackers.
It is.
Seaweed crackers are way better than those anyway, so chuck a bit of fucking that Mersey Valley vintage on there.
Yeah, that was good times,
good shit, isn't it?
Now we're definitely going off the rails here. Let's wrap this one up.
All right, let's get out of here, you bastards.
Yeah, all right. Thanks for listening again, guys. We'll be back next week. As you know, subscribe, help us out wherever you can.
Yep.
Come and be a friend of ours over at Patreon.
Yep.
And never shit yourself. Stay away from the aliens and fucking belt it up your ass.
Belt it up your big fat ass.
Shrek.
Sicky shit. All right, see you piece of shits later. Come into the Patreon and have a chat with us.
Go back to the swamp, you piece of shit, Shreks.
lay a fucking ogre egg.
Go and do a shit on the footpath so the postman walks in it and see what happens.
Why would you tell someone that? Why don't you do a shit directly on the stovetop so you don't even have to, you can just eat it off there with a fork when it's cooked.
Shit into a bread roll.
Fuck eat it. I'm going to have some curry, actually. I've got a bread roll here. Not like a poo curry.
Yeah, okay. You can.
Stop it. Let's get out of here.
Yeah,
we're good Christian boys now.
All right. Cheerio.
See you, boys.